So somebody was asking, can doing magic make you sick? And the answer is yes. Doing magic can absolutely make you sick. There are a lot of ways that magic can make you sick, although it's highly unlikely you'll end up in a position where magic will bring you illness. And I'm not talking about doing magic on people or having magic done on you specifically for the sake of causing illness. I just mean like inadvertently causing you to feel sick. So one of the ways that people can feel sick doing magic is, for example, if you were doing a ceremonial magic, if you were doing the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, for example. This can happen with any kind of magic, but I'm using this as an example because I've done it before. When you do the LBRP, it's extremely potent, energetically speaking, and because it's so potent, it tends to kind of revamp your whole energetic body, your whole energetic system. And what happens is, you make it so that by doing this ritual over and over, your body becomes more accustomed to taking in larger amounts of energy and having larger amounts of energy pass through the body. But eventually your energy centers, they get burnt out. So you'll have to stop and take a break from it for a little while. And then when you come back to it, you've given yourself, your energy centers, enough time to kind of get reacclimated to the changes that you've brought upon it through all of these specific workings that are so highly potent, energetically speaking. The problem is sometimes people will burn out their energetic systems, their energy centers, and they won't give themselves the time or the space to get reacclimated to the energetic changes. And so what will happen is they'll already be burnt out, and then they'll continue to overload the energy centers, which, as we all know, when the energy centers are out of balance, it can lead to illness in the body. And when they're all burnt out, it means that they're like barely at functioning capacity, and instead of giving them time to heal up, you are overloading them even more, which will lead to you usually getting sick, to the point where you have to stop doing your energetic practices, to the point where it can finally start healing itself. Most of the time when people are at a stage of being burnt out from doing too many energetic type of rituals, they will kind of lay off of the rituals or kind of back away from it subconsciously. They won't even realize that they've done it. But sometimes people are so gung-ho about sticking to a certain regimen, which you should be, but sometimes to the detriment of ignoring intuition and things like that. And so sometimes people will get burnt out. Another way is, for example, with necromancy. When you are involved in necromancy, you deal a lot with death energy, which is called death essence. And the body can withstand so much of it. People can withstand varying degrees of it, depending on how accustomed they are to working with necromantic energy. Some people are much more attuned to it naturally, or they're more accustomed to it, so they can kind of withstand a lot more of that type of energy. Other people, they can barely stand it. But either way, if you take on or you're subjected to too much death energy, too much at once, you can start to get sick. It can happen over time from prolonged exposure to death energy, but more than your body can handle. Or it can happen very quickly if you're sitting in a place filled with death energy, or if you're interacting with a being who emanates death essence and you don't have any protective measures in place. That can also make you sick inadvertently. Another thing that can make you sick, magically speaking, is energetic incompatibility. Some beings have really strong energy or very unique energy signatures. If you have an angel on one side of you and a demon and infernal being on another side of you, and it's like you're subjected to both of their energetic fields, and they're just not compatible sometimes. And it can lead you to feel kind of nauseous from being around too many incompatible energies. And I say angel and demon because we assume those are opposites, but it doesn't have to be necessarily opposites. You can have two beings from different pantheons. You can have a volcano goddess and a god of lightning together. And sometimes for some reason the energies just aren't compatible, and within a small space you're subjected to all those incompatible energies, and it can make you feel a bit nauseous and make you feel like you want to throw up. That's another way magic or energies can make you feel a little sick. Another way that you can feel sick, magically speaking, is if you're in contact with an energy, with a being who is too powerful, their energy is too strong, and they haven't done anything to kind of lessen the energy, so you feel kind of like the full force of it. Most beings, most gods and goddesses, saints, folk saints, their energies are so strong that they're almost overwhelming you. You can feel the jitters, you can feel vertigo, you can feel very queasy just being in their energy. Even if it doesn't matter if it's an infernal being, cosmic being, an angel, a goddess, a god, it doesn't matter. If the energy is too strong for the human body, for your energetic body to handle, you will start to just have negative feelings. You can feel convulsions, you can feel itchy, you can feel hot, you can feel overheated, you know, the whole laundry list of symptoms. But that's another thing that can make you feel sick without a direct cause that you're aware of. These are just a few examples. Obviously, I didn't cover every example there is out there. I heard someone talking about it on TikTok, saying that they were practicing the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, and they didn't understand why they were feeling sick because they were doing it so consistently, and they were so confused, and even all the people in the comments of that video were confused. So I know I'm not replying on TikTok, I'm replying on YouTube, but I felt like it could benefit, the people who are subscribed to me or anybody who sees this video. So that's all I wanted to talk about. I just kind of wanted to answer a question and give you some food for thought in case you were feeling a little sick magically and you couldn't figure out the source of it. Maybe this could kind of point you in the right direction. So with that being said, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you all soon in another one. Take care.